and you're watching the Black and Gold Report on WFXB.
Happy New Year, Braves fans, and welcome to this week's edition of the Black and Gold Report, a program all about UNCP athletics. I'm Kevin Freeman, and on the show today we're going to talk hoops with head men's basketball coach Ben Miller, and then we're going to talk a little spring season golf with head golf coach David Simon. But first, we're joined by Coach Miller. Coach, welcome back to the program. You're probably a little weary just getting back from Georgia Southwestern, a long bus ride, but let's talk a little men's hoops. You're 13-8 right now. You're 7-4 in the Peach Belt. About 2/3 of the way through the season. Just give us your overall thoughts on how the season is going so far.
Well, I'm glad we're doing this show after a win. We needed that. We had lost a couple in a row, and we had some close ones. Could have gone either way, and playing some really good teams, and it was good to bounce back and get a win. I think our guys, it was one of our better performances defensively. Offensively, we weren't great, but it was still good to get a win yesterday when we weren't making shots like we sometimes do. But feel good about where we're at, and we know we can still hopefully keep getting better down the stretch.
I want to touch on each of those games, or at least the last three or so individually here in a second, but you're in the midst of a very tough road trip, 4 in a row on the road against some very good competition in the Peach Belt. How does it affect the players playing so many games consecutively on the road?
Our guys, the last couple of years we've been pretty good on the road. Sometimes I think our focus has actually been a little bit better. Our home crowd's been great, but sometimes when you get mom and dad, girlfriend in the stands, sometimes guys can get a little actually more distracted at home. But our focus has been pretty good, and it was good yesterday obviously to get another road win.
It's interesting because everybody talks about it in basketball in particular, how strong the home court advantage is in basketball. It's very difficult to get road wins, but as you said, the Braves are 5-4 on the road so far this season, which is pretty good. I mean, what is it that gives a team strength on the road, do you think?
I think you have to develop that mindset of it's kind of us against the world, and everybody's down in the foxhole together. Everybody needs to be a little more focused. You talk about potential distractions with the crowd, and you always expect maybe the home team to get a few more good calls from the officials. So if you understand that going in, and everybody accepts the fact that everybody's got to do a little bit more, raise their level, that really helps. But it's every game, home or away in the Peach Belt, is going to be a test, and I think our guys have come to understand we got to be ready every time we hit the floor.
Well, let's talk about these last 3 road games. I want to kind of group the first 2 into the same category, the game against Augusta State and the game against Columbus State. 2 very close losses. The Braves were down by double digits in both games, bounced back to make it even or even take the lead, and then kind of lose it by a couple of points right at the end. I know those kinds of losses have to hurt your psyche, your mentality as a team, but do you take any solace in knowing that this is a team that even when they're down 12 or down 16, that they're going to fight to the very end, and they never give up?
Well, that doesn't surprise me with our guys. They have good character, and going back to last year or the year before, we've always been able to make some good comebacks, and I'd be shocked if any of our guys ever quit, no matter what the score. But the challenge we issued them after last game is, let's not dig a hole. We got to start games better, because when you do get down and don't have that momentum, it's a tough climb getting back, and you got to expend so much energy just to get back in a game. So starting games is a real important thing for us right now, and that's we got off to a much better start against Georgia Southwestern. Where we're trying to set the tempo of the game with our energy and our effort to defend, rebound, and hopefully execute well. And that's going to be really important here down the stretch. So is this what you were telling the team in the locker room at the end of those 2 games, that we have to start better, we can't get in these holes? And I mean, what is it that, and if I can ask a related question, what is it, there's a lot of teams that struggle with focus in the first 5 minutes.
not just the Braves on occasion, but lots of teams do it. What is it about the first 5 minutes sometimes that makes teams have trouble getting started?
You know, I think sometimes it's a matter of guys being a little anxious. Sometimes human nature, you worry a little bit more about how you're playing. Have I gotten a shot? Did I make my first shot? And there's so many things that are going to be out of your control, you know. But if you lose yourself and focus on your effort, things you can control, your energy and effort to defend, rebound, and work as a team to get good shots, the other things will fall into place. And our guys' focus was much better on the important things, you know, that last game. And that's where we got to learn from that moving forward and try to be more consistent with starting.
And that's the last thing that you want to do as a head coach on the road, in particular, is fall into a big hole. We're going to take our first break. When we come back, we're going to talk more to Coach Miller about the upcoming game against Francis Marion. So stay tuned.
Founded in 1887 as the Croatan Normal School, the University of North Carolina at Pembroke has grown to a student body of over 6,000 and is now one of the most diverse institutions in the nation. As we prepare to celebrate our 125th anniversary in 2012, we remember the rich heritage of this institution and anticipate an exciting future. With an average class size of 21 students, the University of North Carolina at Pembroke is a place where students will get the personal attention they deserve at a great value. If you want to know your professors and classmates and have an enriching experience inside and outside of the classroom, then UNC Pembroke might be exactly what you're looking for. If you have what it takes to be brave, check out experience.uncp.edu. There you can take an online campus tour, schedule a campus visit, or apply for admission. Going to UNCP isn't for everyone. It's for the brave.
UNCP fans, now is the time to join the Braves Club, the official UNCP Athletic Booster Club. Your donations help to provide valuable funding to student-athletes, scholarships, and programs. UNCP student-athletes continue to excel in the classroom and on the field, and the Braves Club wants you to join the action. From the exclusive opportunity to purchase football and basketball season tickets to the free monthly newsletter, the Braves Club is a great way to become a member of the team. For more information on the Braves Club, visit uncpbraves.com.